you guys. I miss y'all. And it's been a minute. It has been a minute. So Sisters is off the air. Zatima is off the air. And I was watching a few episodes of Sisters. My TikTok feed has been popping up. My For You page has been popping up with old episodes of Sisters. And it makes me miss my Sisters community. I miss y'all real bad. And one of the episodes, it was season 4, I believe, season 4, and the clip of Karen being out on Zac's lawn popped up, and I went back and watched the episode, and me and my homegirls, we was talking. Shout out to KD, shout out to Courtney, and shout out to Giovanna. I love y'all so much. Y'all my girls. And we was talking about the episode. We was talking about it on the phone. And we were talking, and I wanted to bring something up to you guys. So that's why I'm making this video. And you guys chime in on the comments, and let's get into it. But Karen went over there. She went over there. She knocked on the door. First of all, she was sitting outside that house watching the house like a hawk. And there was a point when her and Zac was out there talking, and she kept saying to him, stop playing these games, and I'm not doing nothing. I'm not playing these games that you playing. And so I was saying to my friends, of course Zac is like, I'm not playing any game. I'm not playing no games, right? But in her mind, he is playing games, because we're not dealing with the same Karen. And the reason that we're not dealing with the same Karen is because she said several times, it's not over for me. Her brain cannot register. And to be honest, to a certain degree, even though they're not in a relationship, and she's doing her best. She's doing her best to move on. She's pregnant, she's good and pregnant. Season 9 is about to come out, and she's about to have the 2 babies, right? But circling back to season 4, at that time, there was nothing that anybody could tell her that could make her know and believe that the relationship was over. So we were dealing with 2 different frontal lobes. We were dealing with Zac, who had a type of emotional intelligence. He was for sure, look, this is over. I'm moving on. I got my lady here at the house. And we had Karen, who was like, it's not over. I don't care what you say. I'm still in this relationship. In my mind, we're still together, and she the side chick. And there was nothing that anybody could say to make her think or believe otherwise. So I think, now, of course, all of us as viewers watching is like, Karen, what are you doing? Right? But just walk with me. I think what should have happened is, when she knocked on their door and said, you're not returning my calls, can I come in so we could talk? I need to talk. I think what should have happened is Zac, and y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. I think what should have happened is Zac should have said, no, I got my lady here. It's late. You out too late. You should go home, and I'll give you a call tomorrow, and we'll talk then. And this is what I was telling my friends when we were all talking about Sisters on the phone the other day. I really do think that's what should have happened. And again, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, because him saying, no, we can't talk. You're not coming in the house. We can't talk. But then you're not coming in the house. We can't talk in the house. But then coming outside to talk to her said to Karen in her mind, "Oh, he just playing games with me. He just playing. He still want me. He still want me just like I want him. He just playing the game. He just doing this to get me riled up." Because if you notice, when she came to the house, she was all sweet. And if you go back, and y'all go back and watch it. Y'all go back and watch it. I'm not gonna be there. I'm just gonna give y'all some homework. Y'all go back and watch the episode. Go back and watch that scene. When she got to the door, there was a level of vulnerability that she had. She was, "You're not returning my calls. Can I come in?" Right? And he was like, "No, no, we can't talk." And then when he was like, we could talk, we could talk outside. I really do think that Zac should have just cut the conversation off there. No, we not really. No, I don't think we need to talk right now. We're not talking. There's nothing that we need to talk about right now. It's too late. I'm sorry you came all the way over here for nothing. We'll just talk tomorrow during the day. I'll give you a time and a location where we can meet. That's how you. And unfortunately, with people like Karen, and you see in later episodes, him doing that, him calling her, "Hey, come to my house. Me and Fatima, we got to talk. We need to talk about this. We're going to talk about this." Me and Fatima talked. We decided that I'm going to pay child support. The amount is $3,000. Bam. Karen don't like that kind of stuff because she's not in control. She can't change the she can't change the narrative. She can't tell people, "Oh, Zac ain't ish. Zac is still riding on a bike. Zac broke. Zac is a horrible father. Zac is a horrible boyfriend." She can't tell people what she want to tell them. You know what I'm saying? So circling back to the episode, there was a level of vulnerability that she had. Okay, there was a level of vulnerability that she had, and until Zac was like, "No, you're not coming in the house." So as soon as he told her no, two things happened. She got mad because in her mind, who is he to tell me no? Right? Then they get outside. If you notice, it's, "So you live in my house for 3 years, but I can't come inside yours." Hold on, wait. What happened to the sweet? What happened to the vulnerability that you had? You know what I'm saying? So anytime Karen can't get her way, she resorts to bashing and the name calling and the throwing in your face what she did for you. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And so he was like, "Man, Karen, go ahead with all that. Go ahead with all that, Karen. What's up?" Okay. So notice in that moment, she noticed in that moment, Zac didn't let all that get to him. He didn't let all that get to him, and he got straight to the point. "Okay, Karen, you got me outside. You're over here. What's up? What you want to talk about?" She never said what she wanted to talk about. We still don't know what she. We still don't know what she came over there for. We still don't know what she came. I need to talk. Okay, and he was like, "Okay, all right, what? Can we talk tomorrow?" "No, we can't. We can't talk tomorrow. You really living with her? You living with this girl that you just met in a house that you won't let me see?" Karen, baby. Karen, sweetheart. Karen. Y'all, Karen really, and this is another thing that me and my friends talked about. I don't think that there is a woman in the history of black women that went out any more sadder than Karen Mott in that episode. Ever. And here's the thing, and this is what nobody is talking about. What nobody is talking about, and what I have never heard anybody talk about in our sisters community, is the fact that the night prior she slept with Aren. Nobody has talked about that. Nobody has talked about the fact that she found out the day before. So let's break this down. The day before she found out that the doctor told her, well, according to the timeline, you're barely 4 weeks pregnant. I'm surprised that you even picked up. I'm surprised that you picked up your pregnancy this quick. According to this, you're barely 4 weeks pregnant. She did the math in her head and realized there's a strong possibility that this baby is not even Zac's baby. She didn't tell Zac that. She did not tell Zac that. She didn't tell Zac that. But she sure told Aren that it was a possibility that it would. Somebody write in the comments, did she tell Aren that it's possible? Matter of fact, I think she did. She did let Aren know that it was possible that he could be the father. And of course, Aren was like, well, if it's mine or if it's Zac's, I still want to be a part of your life. I still want to be a part of your life. I still want to be a part of the baby's life. Everybody in her circle, Aren included, knew that it was a possibility that it was not Zac's baby, except for Zac. She never told Zac this. But Aren was still buying her pickles. Aren was still buying her ice cream and all of that. And she was being mean to Aren because she knew that it was possibly Aren's baby, and she did not want it to be Aren's baby. She was guilty, she was mad, and all the things because, and my apologies if I have any Karen, specific Karen fans in my as my subscribers, but hey, I gotta call a spade a spade. She got involved with Aren not because she wanted him to be her boyfriend, but because Aren was a safe guy and because she thought that she could use Aren to quote unquote get Zac back in line. Okay? That was her basis of getting involved with Aren. Okay, she did not now she grew to like Aren, but she only went to Aren leading up to season 4. She only went to Aren because, she said she wanted to see where that goes, but she only went to Aren because Zac caught them together. And, she said she wanted to see where that goes and stuff like that, but she wasn't really taking Aren seriously. Not enough to want a baby with him. But the night before she went on Zac's lawn doing all of this stuff, she had sex with Aren. Nobody is talking about this, but I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it. She slept with Aren. And her homegirls caught her. And she told her and she told her friends, I just wanted that moment, and hey, it is what it is. Nobody, and the thing of it is, no one calls Karen out on her stuff. Nobody does. Nobody calls Karen out on her stuff. But she did all of this on Zac's lawn. And Zac was like, Karen, you out here being sad. This is not you. These behaviors, this is not you. What are you doing? What are you doing? What you doing? This ain't you. You miss independent woman. Get your broke tail out of here, Zac. Keep that same energy. Now, anytime a dude tells you that you're being sad, you being sad. For real. For real. That's crazy. That is crazy work. But all of this was not because she loves Zac and wants to be with Zac. All of this was because she just didn't want to lose. She didn't want to lose. And not even so much. I'll even take it a step further and say she didn't want to lose and don't want to lose to Fatima. It's the fact that Zac, who she feels is beneath her, a guy who she was in a relationship with, who she quote unquote carried pretty much their entire relationship, was now doing good, was now doing better. And she wanted to quote unquote, and I think, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I think she wanted to bring him down. She wanted to bring him back down. Clear case of narcissism, clear case of control. That's just my opinion. But you guys let me know. I could say a whole lot more. I really could. I could say a whole lot more. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Karen was losing control. And she just started spazzing. She real life started spazzing. And that's what her being out there on that lawn was about. She started spazzing because she was losing control. Now, are her feelings valid? 1000%. Absolutely. Absolutely valid. She was in a relationship with the guy. She didn't think the relationship was going to end. I'm pretty sure she didn't think that he was going to cheat on her and they were going to part ways. I'm pretty sure she thought that they find their way back to each other. You know? But you can't control people. People have the right to do what they want to do and be where they want to be. So, yeah. I just wanted to come and talk about that scene because that is actually one of my top 10 scenes of Sistas. Definitely one of them. Absolutely one of them. And Andy told her, don't do it. You gonna get your feelings hurt. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. And she did it. And she got her feelings hurt and found more than she bargained for. And yeah, poor thing. Poor Karen. Did all that on that man fake grass. Anyway, y'all let me know what other scene y'all want me to dissect. And I'll do it. Put it in the comments. All right, bye. I love y'all in real life.